In this video, I'm going to go over problems that are similar to what was in your 1.07 quiz. So this asks us, what is the solution set for 3 times 2x minus 1 is greater than 21? Remember, our problem-solving steps are distribute, combine like terms, move the variables to one side, then add or subtract to isolate the variable, and multiply or divide to isolate the variable. So we have a factor in front of a parenthesis, so we need to start off by distributing. So I have 3 times 2x minus 3 times 1 is greater than 21. 3 times 2x is 6x minus 3 times 1 is 3, and that's greater than 21. So I distributed. I don't have like terms to combine. I don't need to move a variable, but I need to add or subtract. So I have a minus 3, so I'm going to do the opposite, and I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So on the left side, I have 6x minus 3 and plus 3 will combine, and that is greater than 21 plus 3, which is 24. So now I'm going to divide both sides by 6 to get the variable by itself. So that leaves me with x is greater than 4. So this problem asks us, what is the solution set for 3x minus 12 is greater than negative 3 times x minus 2? So let's write our problem-solving steps. So I need to distribute because I have this negative 3 in front of a parentheses. So I have 3x minus 12 is greater than negative 3 times x minus negative 3 times 2. So I have 3x minus 12 is greater than negative 3x minus negative 3 times 2, which is negative 6. Well, I have this double sign right here. I have that minus and negative. Remember that minus and negative will become a plus. Okay, so I'm just going to rewrite that as negative 3x plus 6. So I've distributed. I don't have like terms to combine, but I do need to move all my variables to one side. Here I have a minus 3x. So the opposite of that is to add 3x to both sides. So on the left, I have 3x plus 3x, which will be 6x minus 12 is greater than negative 3x plus 3x will cancel, and then I have 6. Now I need to add or subtract. I have a minus 12, so I'm going to do the opposite, and I'm going to add 12 to both sides. So on the left side, I have 6x minus 12 and plus 12 will cancel, and that is greater than 6 plus 12, which is 18. Now I need to multiply or divide. 6 is multiplying x, so I'm going to do the opposite and divide both sides by 6. So I have x is greater than 18 divided by 6, which is 3. So in this problem, I need to solve for x. I have negative 8 is greater than or equal to 2 minus 5x. So the only thing I need to do to get x by itself is move away this 5 and this 2. I'm going to start off with a 2 because that is going to be the add or subtract step. That 2 is positive, so I'm going to subtract 2 from both sides. So I have negative 8 minus 2, which is negative 10, is greater than or equal to 2 and minus 2 will cancel. I have negative 5x on the right side. Now to get x by itself, I need to divide both sides by negative 5. So on the left side, I have negative 10 divided by negative 5, which is 2. Here's the new part of inequalities. I divided by a negative number, so I need to flip the inequality sign. It's not going to be a greater than or equal to, it's going to be a less than or equal to. Negative 5 over 5, negative 5 will cancel, and then I have x. If you want to write this inequality, remember you can write it with a variable on the left as long as the inequality is saying the same thing. Okay, so I can turn this around and I can write this as x is greater than or equal to 2. Okay, which is the same thing as saying 2 is less than or equal to x. So this is similar to number 4. We're going to solve for x. So once again, I'm going to remind you of our problem-solving steps. So we don't need to distribute. Because we don't have a factor in front of parentheses. We don't need to combine like terms, but we do need to move all our variables to one side. So here I have a minus x. The opposite is to add x to both sides. So when I add x, on the left side I have 4. Remember, each of these x's has a 1 in front of it. We just don't write it because in algebra, we usually don't write coefficients of 1. So 1 plus 1 will give me 2. So I have 2x is less than 4, and minus x and plus x will cancel. Now I need to move the 4, and so that 4 is a positive. So I'm going to do the opposite, and I'm going to subtract 4 from both sides. So on the left side, 4 minus 4 will cancel, and I have 2x is less than 4 minus 4, which is 0, right? I have nothing left on the right side. Oops. So now I need to divide everything by 2 to get that x by itself. So when I do that, the 2 and 2 will cancel, and then I have x is less than 0 divided by 2, which is 0. So this question is similar to number 5. I'm going to once again write out our problem-solving steps. So we have a factor in front of parentheses, so we're going to start off with the distributive property. So we do 2 times x plus 2 times 6 is greater than or equal to 2x plus 4. 2 times x is 2x plus 2 times 6 is 12, and that is greater than or equal to 2x plus 4. So I distributed, I don't have like terms to combine, but I do need to move all my variables to one side. This 2x is a positive 2x, so I'm going to do the opposite, and I'm going to subtract 2x from both sides. So on the left side, 2x and minus 2x will cancel, and then we have 12 is greater than or equal to 2x and minus 2x once again cancel, and we have 4. So now we have this inequality, 12 is greater than or equal to 4. Well, that's true, right? Because 12 is always going to be bigger than 4. So that means that any value of x I plug into this inequality is going to make this inequality true. So that means that my solution is all real numbers because 12 is always going to be bigger than or equal to 4.